Welcome to Pull the Pin Already, and we're back with another War Room edition. I'm Jim.
And I'm still Nate.
No. Well, good to see you back, Nate.
Glad to be back.
Awesome. And we got our mascot in the background there. Shows up every show.
He's still here.
Awesome. Well, obviously you know the deal. So for anybody out there watching who doesn't know, we just get on here and we give our opinions about the headlines, because that's what most people do anyway. They just read a headline and they formulate an opinion. And we're doing it from a military perspective, veterans who've been places and seen things and done things. We don't claim that any of our opinions are facts. We don't claim any of that stuff. We just share what we feel. And that's what this is all about. You don't have to like it, but we're going to enjoy it anyway. So,
and if you don't like it, come on the show and voice your opinion.
Exactly.
Love to have you.
Exactly. And you see anybody out there waiting? Oh, not yet.
No, not today.
All
so
right.
Let's get on to the first headline.
All right, let's go on to the first headline. Well, this is a big one. It's been all over. Will Smith issues apology after slapping Chris Rock at Oscars. Tim Allen shares his thoughts. Like, you can take that last part and just replace that with any name. Because everybody's talking about it. Everybody's got to chime in, and obviously we're part of everybody too. So what do you think?
It was a nicely staged event.
Do you think it was staged?
The Oscars need some ratings. They need some hits. They need some clicks. Yeah.
Well, first of all, just like you said, Oscars. Like, I was like, what is that? Like,
I don't even know that. Didn't know they're on that weekend, did you?
Is that music? Is that movies? Is that, what is it, documentaries? Or is it just social justice? I don't know. What is that show about? Like, it's movies, right?
Yeah.
Obviously,
Best of movies.
Actor, right? All right. So nobody watches that anyway. So obviously you're right, the ratings. But if you watch the videos, at first, when I first watched the video, I went to the same place you went to. I thought, this looks like staged. I mean, these are actors. I mean, they're really good at it too. And, just the way Chris Rock kind of went with the slap, and he stood there, and certain things were just like awkwardly choreographed.
Yeah, you don't go slap some dude to defend your wife.
Well, I mean, like, if you want to break it down, like, he told the joke, and I think he's picked on her before, obviously, but he's told the joke, and Will Smith laughed. And I didn't really see that. Everybody was saying that the Jada Smith, Pinkett Smith, whatever her name is, she didn't laugh, and everybody saw something there. I didn't see that video. Like, I didn't see her non-compliant. I saw where he was laughing, and then all of a sudden he gets up. So to me, that long walk to the stage, that made me think too, like, okay, who does that? You know what I mean? Like, this got to be staged, right? So he goes that long walk to the stage, and then he does his little sway thing, and then he gets up there, and Chris Rock, waiting for it, seemed to make me feel it might have been staged too. Then when he slapped him, obviously these guys are movies, they can fake that stuff, you know what I mean? Like, and who slaps somebody? Like, wouldn't you punch him or something? Like, if you're gonna go up there, right, just punch him, right? But I've heard Will Smith has done this before. He slapped some gay guy or something. Can I say gay? I don't know. There's no bill right against that. But he slapped some guy before, so I don't think slapping's out of his league. But then what really got me, two things. Will Smith turned around, and he had sort of a grin on his face, like, almost like, yeah, I just pulled that off. That was like, okay. But what really got me was Chris Rock's reaction. Either he's the greatest actor in the world, or he was really dazed and confused. Because if he pulled that off, that was great acting. So that's where I was confused. And then the going back to the seats and cussing, knowing you're going to get beeped out, and I don't know, man. And then the follow through with the crying. I don't know. Do you really think it was staged?
If it wasn't, there's so much I care about it.
Exactly, right? Exactly.
Not at all.
But you're right in one sense. We're talking about it, right? Everybody's talking about it. But I mean, I do appreciate certain angles, because there's certain guys I watch, Tatum and ABL and guys like that. And they were like talking about how, I guess, Jada Pinkett, what is her name? Pinkett Smith or something? I don't know what her name is. She was lobbying for a more inclusive Oscars anyway. Like, I guess they said it was too white, the standard too white, so this was like the breakout year. It was Will Smith. Everybody knew he was going to get this award. The what is he called? The director or something was black, and they had the representation. And he's like, "This is the time you pick to go and commit a violent act against somebody on stage." Like, you know what I mean? Like, you just stole the moment that you just prepared for.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to give them the justification. What do you want to call it? The credit, or whatever you want. I don't want to talk about it because it's stupid.
Yeah,
I don't watch. I don't watch those shows. Most people don't watch those shows for a reason, because they're all dumb.
Right. Well,
no one cares.
In all fairness, Will Smith used to be one of my favorite actors. So I don't follow these people, so I don't know all about the drama. I heard about his wife and sleeping with her son's friend, or I don't know, all the drama about it.
But the memes on Facebook are gold, though.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. No matter what, yes, I love memes. I'm like a huge meme fan now. So all of this stuff, no matter what it is, brings out the creativeness of these meme artists. Creative.
And how fast they come out with memes is ridiculous.
Right?
It's like that dude Will Smith wasn't even back in his seat before the first meme was already posted.
He was in his swing like this. Here comes the meme. Like, what? Right. Awesome. All right. Well, we won't beat that then.
Yeah. I mean, it's all for show. They're all actors. And this is my personal opinion. I don't know any inside or outside. He can say sorry. He can say whatever. One, you just assaulted a man. You should have been arrested and pulled out and thrown in jail.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're rich elitist. Doesn't matter. Doesn't count for them, right?
Right. There's got to be some privilege there, right? Whether it's an elitist or, there's got to be some privilege.
Yeah.
Right. Because anybody else, if you were...
If I would have went up and slapped Chris Rock, I'd be in jail right now.
You'd been handcuffed and escorted out there quicker than you could be, right? But he couldn't because he was getting an award, so he obviously couldn't.
He had to wait for his award to come through here.
Right, right.
Yeah, I know you just committed a violent crime. Well, I wouldn't say violent. He slapped a dude.
Right.
I know you just committed an assault, but here, have an award anyway.
Mm-hmm.
We're proud of you.
They are. Well, they just made the statement. We know nothing's going to happen because that's just the way it works. But they made the statement. Oh, we're looking into taking his Oscar. They're not going to take his Oscar over. That's stupid.
Well, if they're looking to do something to him, they're going to have to look and do something to Alec Baldwin. So they ain't going to do that.
Yeah, none of it's going to happen. We know they're just a bunch of elitists getting attention, whether it was staged or not. That's it. And we've given them enough attention, so we're going to move on to the next one. India and Russia working to launch a rupee-ruble trade agreement that circumvents Western sanctions and weakens the dollar's global standing.
So I'm guessing that's the currency each one of those countries uses.
Digest that, yes. Now, I think when it says sanctions, I think they're talking about the oil-backed dollar. Right now, everyone trades in dollars for oil. So this is what we've done, okay? And I say, but I still have to stand by my country, regardless of what I think of the president. But by not making our own oil, and then going out and saying we're going to boycott Russia's oil, we've now allowed Russia, China, and India, which their populations alone will outweigh all of us, to now work together on a dollar or a currency for oil trading, which will significantly impact us. We did that. Because there would be no need for this if we just kept producing oil, or if we just let Russia do their little thing with their oil and be done with it.
So we're going to put sanctions on India next for working with Russia? Is that what comes next?
And then what about China? You're going to do it to China too? Like, what about what's next? Like, literally we're creating, like they talk about this in the culture war. We're creating an alternative economy, or whatever they call that. You're creating like the liberal people against the conservatives. They're forcing them to go and create their own economy. They're forcing them to create their own servers now because they're acting this way and censoring. They're forcing That's what we're doing as a country. And the
Gotcha.
only reason we're allowed to exist as a mega superpower is because we have the ability to print our own money, because it's not backed by anything. It's
So,
not backed.
it used to be backed by gold, but that went out the window.
Right. Dollars are what backs a lot of the industry. Like we said, the oil is traded in dollars. So it's dollars that is backing the oil. But the dollars we're able to print. So whenever we need more dollars, we just print them. And then we throw a couple trillion here, a couple trillion there. You know, we throw 13.
So if we can just print money, why do we have inflation?
Why do we have what?
Inflation. Just print more money.
Well, that's what causes inflation.
Bring the price down.
No, that's what causes inflation, because you have more money going for less goods. So that apple that you were able to buy for $2, now everybody's got $30, and they all want the apple. So the price of the apple is going to go up because we're not paying $2.
Gotcha.
And the more money you have in circulation, the less money your money's worth. That includes your savings account. If your savings account is worth, you say you got $10,000 in your savings account. I'm aiming low because you're a veteran. Look, so say you got $10,000 in your savings account. The more money you produce, that $10,000 now drops down to $9,000. Even though it says $10,000, it's only worth $9,000. So,
gotcha, because the price of everything is.
Right, but that's also, you have to remember, inflation is good for the government too. Because what does that mean? If the price of the dollar goes down, the cost of our debt goes down. If we owe other countries $30 billion, well, the dollar's not worth $30 billion. It's only worth $20 billion now. So guess what? We only owe $20 billion. It works the same way.
So our debt went down, but our cost of goods in America went up.
Yeah.
So it's a wash.
It's a wash. That's because most Americans have debt, right?
Yeah, probably.
But then if they can't afford that apple, their debt's going to be meaningless.
Right.
So this is dangerous.
So they're going to trade oil with rupee and rubles?
Yep. With Russia and India are now going to make a deal because we have cut them all out. We are the ones that cut them out. Now, if we were to continue to produce oil, we could be selling to India instead of Russia. So we could have crippled Russia's oil exports by producing our own. But we have so many climate change people that we have to please, so many people who already bought stock in Tesla and electric vehicles that we have to now pay back, that they're determined to just tank the oil industry. And by doing that, they're creating these packs across the seas.
Now, I'm thinking about buying an electric vehicle.
Well, I'm not opposed to electric vehicles.
As soon as the Beast is run on electric, the Beast is the president's limo, then I will buy an electric vehicle.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I am waiting for the government to set the standard and let Air Force One be electric, Marine One be electric, and the Beast be electric, and then I will buy electric.
Right. Well, I mean, they're trying to force school buses. Did you see that? School buses to be electric?
As soon as the government sets the standard and leads by example, then I will follow.
Well, dude, you're talking about, I mean, you're talking about the biggest hypocrisy that people don't see. I mean, you don't really have to listen to any of these policies. You just have to look what they're doing. We went through this with COVID a million times, right? Wear your mask, and then they all go to Florida and they're not wearing masks. You know what I mean? Like, it's the biggest. This is why I don't understand why people are so stupid and sheeple. Like, you're listening to somebody, but watch what they do. They don't even believe in what they're saying. The climate change, we talked about this before. Obama went and bought a house on the sea, right? Because remember I said it was Mar-a-Lago or something.
That's Florida. That's what Trump said.
Yeah. I mistaked it for Mar-a-Lago, whatever it was.
Your favorite president. Your favorite president.
Yeah, right. The king can't do no wrong. He did get a hole in one recently, so that just shows.
Did he really?
Can't do no wrong. Yeah.
Damn.
But I didn't think that was newsworthy for a title. But the point I'm getting at is, so these climate people that are scared of climate change are buying houses on the ocean that's supposed to recede and suck their houses up. They're hypocrites. They're just.
They're all hypocrites.
You're just dumb to believe this stuff. You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not a climate denier, because if you believe in the ice age, then you must believe that climate changes, because we're not still in the ice age.
Well, up north and down south we are.
Right. But it's not covering the entire globe, right?
Oh, okay. No.
So clearly something changed to move that ice to the ends, the polar ends.
So you believe in the ice age?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Oh, just asking. Just
The
asking.
movies were awesome.
They worked pretty good. I like those.
But you get what I'm saying? Like, look, I believe this is just my belief. I believe climate change could be very real, but I think we are stupid and foolish to think that we have an effect on Mother Nature. I just think that's an ignorant.
I think certain stuff we do could probably pollute the air and
We can destroy
cause.
the Earth per se, but we cannot. We can't defeat Mother Nature.
Well,
So
is Mother Nature not created by certain things that are happening on Earth?
well, my point being is if we put enough pollutants in the sky, okay, we're going to destroy the earth, or we frack enough, Mother Nature can just come across with a bunch of tornadoes and be like, "Psh, all right, you guys are bothering me. Psh, you guys are bothering me." Like mosquitoes, you know what I mean? Like, do they really think that we've got the power to just, okay, we're creating all these earthquakes or we're creating all these tornadoes? Like, do you really think we do that? I just don't believe that. I just think that this world has been in existence and the way it is, like, I mean, did the dinosaurs create gravity? Like, I mean, what did the dinosaurs do? Did they fart too much? And I mean, polar, like, I mean, come on, let's be real. I just don't believe it. I believe we can destroy or damage the earth, but I just don't think we have the power
It's like,
to change the climate.
how long did dinosaurs last?
I have no idea. I wasn't
Yeah.
alive then.
How long was the Ice Age?
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't there either.
So I don't, are we the next age? So pretty soon, all of us will be extinct after the next
Sure, maybe.
Earth
You know,
rotation. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know how
and they're
long.
saying it's heating, right? Ours in the globe getting hotter.
Getting warmer per year, supposedly.
Okay,
And,
so eventually we're all going to burn up in fire, and then we'll start again with the ice age coming back
well,
in.
I mean, if it gets warmer progressively throughout the years, won't our body get used to it?
Maybe, but it could
Climate.
be also.
What's it called? Climate. What's it called when you?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, acclimate.
Acclimate. There you go. What's your body?
Climate. I was
Climate.
like climate.
I don't know.
That sounds like a sexual thing.
Could be. That's climate. Yeah, close enough. Yeah, acclimate. Once your body acclimate to it, if it's doing it progressively 0.2 degrees a year, or even less, 0.002 degrees a year. You know what I mean?
You think that, and probably to some extent it would, or would it be the boiling frog thing? Or will we just not notice that we're eventually we're maybe we start dying earlier because our
Sure.
bodies are so, you know, I mean, it could be anything, you know, or the heat alone could be the rays can be causing us more cancer or what. But the point is, like I'm getting at, is I just don't think it's us creating that. And if it's us, even if America was to do all the right things and not a cow was farting anywhere, you still got the rest of the world. What are you gonna do? Force them to do it too?
Yeah, because was there people during dinosaur times? Because they're all gone, so they did something. Dinosaurs did something wrong.
No, that's what it is. There were people before the dinosaurs that destroyed the earth for the dinosaurs. And we're the next people that are going to destroy it for the dinosaurs that are coming after
The next
us.
dinosaur. Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
I'm
Either way.
I'm going after the next headline. What you got?
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do that. 71% US heading in wrong direction under Biden. Wow, what a segue. Like that's the segue in itself. So what did we say about percentages, right?
89% of them are made up.
On the spot, right?
I just made that percent up too.
Yes, we did. But do you believe this is true? Like, I mean, we both agreed. Neither one of us have been in a poll, so obviously, I don't know where they get 71% from.
Well, I believe the headline's true. I believe whoever they polled, 71 of them percent said it's heading in the wrong direction.
But do you get a feel in your everyday life that people feel like we're going in the wrong direction?
Yes.
Do you?
Yes. But it's all blamed on something else. It's never blamed on the current administration.
Well,
it's either the past administration.
It's Trump or Putin's fault, right?
Well, I'm not even saying Trump. Even when Trump was in office, it was Obama's fault.
Sure.
Or Obama did it. That's why it's so good. You know, or vice versa.
Right.
When Obama was in office, it was Bush's fault, or it was Bush's policies that made it so good.
Right. And you know, I think,
or like I said, because it's never current administration's. So it's either the past administration or, like you said, Putin or the trade. What the hell? Transportation. You know what I'm talking about?
No,
I'm dumb.
no,
I'm dumb as hell.
Yeah.
What's the problem right now? Like the cost of food so high because of what?
Because of what do you mean? Because
They
of
can't get to the
Biden?
ports, and they can't get into the
Oh,
ports, and
I don't know.
well,
Commerce? I don't know. I don't know. But I was gonna say, there
they
is
don't have enough
some.
truck. They don't have enough truck drivers, and they can't transport the stuff from here to there. And
Sure.
what the hell do they call it?
I don't know. You think about it. But
Uh,
what I was gonna say was there is some truth to that. That there is lag, right? There has to be lag because if the president implements a policy like Biden, say for example, he's forcing now the government to electric vehicles. So they start doing electric vehicles. That's not an instant thing, like Trump with the wall. That's not an instantaneous thing. So theoretically, if Biden didn't stop the wall, Biden could have took credit for the southern border being impenetrable, even though we know Trump is the one that ordered the wall. But there are things now, I think, in politics now that make me feel like that doesn't apply anymore because the executive orders are coming down in droves, which immediately affect what's happening right now. You know what I'm saying? Like before, it used to be that, like, a president would implement something and it would take a year or two to get going. So where Obama's sake is like the Obamacare stuff, like that took time to even see the results of that. But the thing about President Obama is he had 8 years. So whatever he did in the first 4 years, he would have seen in the second 4 years for sure. So there is some
sure.
overlap, I think there is. So maybe there is some stuff to blame Trump for or give Trump credit for, vice versa. But when you come out with executive orders, for example, stop the wall, stop the pipeline, stop those are immediate effects right there. Those aren't long-term or prolonged effects to me. So I think that's what's changed my opinion a little bit, where presidents have to take accountability of what's on their watch. Ukraine, Afghanistan, perfect example. Trump was going to pull out of Afghanistan. Trump had a plan. Well, he didn't get to do his plan, or at least Biden and them said that the plan didn't work, or whatever their excuse was. Biden made that call. If Biden took Trump's plan and implemented, we can easily blame that on Trump for not laying the groundwork for the easy plan. But he changed that.
Well, do we know that? Do we know what Trump's plan was?
Yeah, I thought they discussed that. I
I
thought they
don't
were talking. I thought they were criticizing Trump for it, and they said, "No, we're going to do this way or whatever."
know.
But either way,
I don't know if Trump had a plan or what his plan was. So, but supply chain, that's what I was thinking of.
is that it? Just that supply chain?
Supply chain's broken. That's why it's a fault. It's not the
Right.
president's fault. No, that's not.
Right.
It's something else's fault. Like you said, Putin's fault, or
It's always
I was thinking
but
supply chain. But yeah,
that's society though too, Nate. Like there's a lot of people out here that are not willing to take responsibility or accountability for their own actions.
yeah.
A lot of people. It's now the victim mentality game, and who can we blame? Victim and blame, victim and blame. And I'm not ignorant to think I haven't done that before. You know what I mean? I can blame and play the victim as well. So I know it's effective when you use it right, but it's not correct. Take accountability, especially if you're a leader.
It's being used too much. It's a crutch now.
Yep. If you're a leader,
Yeah.
if you're a leader and you're going over to, other places overseas to talk to other leaders, and you're going over there and saying, well, it's Putin that did this and it's this that did that. Nobody wants to hear that. They want to hear, well, what are you doing? What is your plan? I don't care whose fault it is. What's your plan?
Yeah, what's the next move?
Yeah, and you got to be able to go and say, hey, this is what we're going to do. You know what I mean? Like even with the gas, like, okay, we're going to stop oil production and we're going to release this and we're going to get these electric vehicles. Like if Biden had just not stopped the oil production and said, we are going to roll out electric cars in the next 4 years, 5 years at this pace and cut back every year. Okay, let's see how that works. But to just completely cut it and then deny responsibility for the gas prices going up and then wait for the Ukraine war and blame Putin. Like, are you serious?
Well, the Keystone XL pipeline wasn't supposed to help the United States anyway. It was supposed to flow through the United States from Canada down south. So that wasn't our oil. It's not supposed to help America.
Well,
We're just having the pipeline flow through America.
Well, the pipeline isn't really necessarily my concern because I don't know enough about where it was going, whatever. But my concern is we were energy independent at one point.
So we were told.
Well, sure, okay. Even if you don't want to believe it, gas was under $2.
Well, I believe that because
Okay,
that's a fact. I saw the sign.
That's what I'm saying. You can't argue that. So
Yep.
there has to be some truth to some of it. You know what I mean? Unless we were swindled, in which we could be. You know, because obviously Trump can't do no wrong, but we could have been swindled for sure. But I still know that I was paying $2 of gas. I don't know what it costs. I mean, to fill your tank, whatever, but it cost me like $85 right now to fill my truck.
Yep, same here. This cost me that much too.
$85. Like, you know, and then what they want to do now? They want to print more money to give us all a surplus of dollars to pay for our gas that you caused to go up.
Delaware wants to cut everybody a $300 check.
For you see what I'm saying? Like that's what he called. He called it the unbroken leg principle or unbroken leg theory. The government creates a problem.
The broken leg principle.
No, I think it's unbroken because it never was broke.
They break your leg and then they give you a crutch to make you feel good.
Right, and they act like they're the solution. Like they're the ones that broke it, and then so they're the ones cost this gas to go up, and now they want to print our money. Well, actually, it's not even our money anymore because they're printing it, so it doesn't even exist. And then they want to give us money to compensate for what they broke. Like what? Like I don't know, dude. I don't know where.
Jim, it's election year.
Yeah, just pay your fair share.
Well, this headline went in the wrong direction. Let's go to the next one.
Yeah. Speaking of, let's go. Tucker Carlson calls for invoking the 25th to remove Biden from power. Now, take it from the source. I don't think it matters. Tucker Carlson says it or whoever says it. I mean, I guess it matters if it's going to happen, but
is he a politician or a talk show host?
He's a talk show host, so really it doesn't matter.
He has
what
no power
says,
to do anything.
Right. But the headline struck me because now they're talking about it again. I mean, remember they talked about it with Trump, right? But what do you think?
It's not going to happen.
No.
Who's going to invoke it? The Democrats to remove a Democrat? No.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen anyway. I don't even think the Republicans do it because what do they want? Kamala?
Right, exactly. What do you get next?
I mean, we all knew that was an insurance plan, right?
I mean, it doesn't matter. She'll do whatever they tell her to do. It's like Biden's doing whatever they tell him to do. He might be the president. I mean, besides Trump, who didn't care because he wasn't a politician. Any other presidents run by everybody else.
Right, he's part of the establishment.
Around him, yeah.
Right. That's why I was trying to, with Mike, I was trying to get to the point across. I'm not a Trump can't do anything wrong guy. I really like Trump because he wasn't in the establishment. Did he have his problems? Yes. He's still an egotistical, rich, man who has privilege because he's got power and control. Yeah. But the point was he's not a part of the establishment. And if he can help bring down some of the establishment, that gives other people a chance to get in and take care of the rest. But the establishment is so strong, you need someone like a Trump. Even if it's, I used to say this in New Jersey because Jersey's still run by the mafia, right? You know that, right?
No, it's not.
Oh my God.
The mafia has been rid for years.
Yeah, of course.
Since the 90s. Since the 90s, they've been gone.
Okay. Anyways, and I'm not suicidal, so if I come up missing, you know why. But so I like Chris Christie. I didn't like Chris Christie. I didn't like the guy at all. I thought he was a big, pompous, arrogant, and he proved me right. But I liked how he came in to challenge all the other operatives, all the other establishment. Because what he did was he pushed a lot of people down so that we only had one demon to fight. You know what I mean? Because the establishment's pretty big. So that's what I liked about Trump, because he surfaced a lot of the corruption. A lot of people came up from it, even Republican Democrat side. So he at least exposed it. So now we can see where it's at. So the next people that come in to fix it can actually fix it.
And what happened to those people he exposed? Anything? Are they still in office?
Well, no, because we had nobody backing Trump. There was nobody coming in behind him fixing it. I mean, think about the establishment, dude. How deep is it? I mean, they got the CIA, FBI.
They're all part of it.
They got all these big guys making lots of money off this whole system.
And it don't matter what party's in, they're still part of the establishment.
They are, right.
Yeah.
That's why I said, I mean, this whole you Republican, Democrat, whatever, dude. Okay, I side with more Republican policies because I fit more that mold, but I declare I'm an independent because I don't want to be associated with either party because they're both corrupt. They're both corrupt, and you can see examples of it everywhere. Just so happens right now the Democrats are in power, and that's what everyone's focused on because they're in power. The Republicans usually don't do enough or say enough. They're more, what is the omission kind of people. They're the ones that do things by not doing things, where the Democrats are more brave and they're more callous and they do things. So I wish we could just clean house all of it, term limits, all of it. I wish we could do that. Like that
I
would be
say
the
it
dream.
every episode. Get rid of DNR and term limits.
Right. But you know what that would be called?
What?
An insurrection.
Well, only if you storm the Capitol.
We took over the government and started a new one, right? That would be an insurrection, wouldn't it?
Maybe that's what needs to happen.
Right. Well, I thought one already did, but it was a really poor job.
We're charging those people. We do not want to change America. We're charging them.
Yeah, it was a real poor job at that. So
America's doing great just the way it is.
Speaking of changing America, this should not surprise you. CNN Plus launches without support from Roku. Do you even know what CNN Plus is?
No.
I didn't either until I saw the headline.
It's like, was it like Disney Plus and Paramount Plus? Everything's a plus now.
It's a streaming service they just launched. And apparently they launched it at like $5.99 and then within the same day went and put out a discount or alleged discount for $2.99 and a lifetime thing, and because nobody's getting it.
So what are they? Just because they're not on the Roku platform, who cares? Can they still launch their own?
They did launch it.
Yeah. So what do they need support from Roku for?
Apparently they need support from somebody because they ain't doing so good.
Well, they got support from somebody because they launched. They're on some platform.
I don't know. Is it that hard? Can you just create an app and put it out? I mean,
sure, you just buy it. As long as you have a smart, I don't know, you can get on.
But I'm saying, if you wanted to do Nate Dogg Plus, could you just not create an app?
Yeah, as long as
you have a server, right?
As long as Fire Stick wants to host me.
So then it requires people to host you.
I don't know. I'm not IT specific. I don't know. I do HR.
Where's Ryan when you need him? Come on,
yeah.
Ryan. Where's it?
I don't know. I don't know how it works.
Well, it's like Truth Social, right? Truth Social was Trump's network, and right now it's only available on Apple.
It's like Truth Social Plus is coming out next year.
Yeah, streaming, sir. Hey, I wouldn't doubt it. You might be onto something.
Maybe that's Plus is a streaming service. Yeah, because whatever. I don't have Roku anyway, so I don't care.
Well, I don't care about CNN either. Like, I just like what do I want to watch? Just Trump hating Plus? Like, what is it? What do they do? Just do Trump memes all day? Like, what are you getting for your money?
I don't care about any news source.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I don't watch the news much anymore. So that's why some of these headlines, I'm like, I don't know what that means. I hear about that one.
Well, speaking of, we don't know what it means. We don't know what any of it means. That's why we just talk about it. But I think we're done talking about this episode. So we are going to move on to the end of the show. Thanks, Nate, for showing up again because you are the man. Thanks, Jim, for being here every day.
It's hard getting you on.
Yeah, right. And actually, I did miss a little bit before back in December. I think I missed some time. That's when I had the COVID.
The vid.
Yeah, which, whatever. But that is all the time we have for this episode. That is all the time we're going to give. We hope if you're a veteran, you get on, come join us, share your opinions. We are just an opinion show because we want to vent and share like everybody else does. And get on. Website's on the bottom, pullthepinready.com. And until then, Godspeed.
And pull the pin ready. Boom.
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.